You're welcome.
The next is the Waikura Linwood-Central-Heathcote Community Board report.
I never said it wasn't.
Sally Buck and Arohanui Grace. Kia ora, welcome.
Do you want one of more chill foods?
Good morning.
Yep. Thank you.
We'll go next time. We made several decisions under delegation in our board meetings this month. We approved the Cuthberts Green and Cal Stadium car park plan, road names for subdivisions and right-of-ways on brownfields areas that have been developed in our area. And we've got approved new dog agility equipment in Radley Park. And we approved the marking of existing bus stops on Bridle Path Road near Tunnel Road. Which side are we up to? Holly one, yeah. And we approved the proposed no stopping restrictions on Holly Road, and we approved the consultation on the process to facilitate the Taylor's Mistake Surf Life Saving Club rebuild. It's interesting, this slide, because it goes from one end of our ward, of our area, to the other end completely, Holly Road and St Albans, right out to Taylor's Mistake at the other end. It shows on that slide. The board also approved the Council Community Board Governance Partnership Agreement, and now this has been signed. We have no Part A's in this report. Significant projects in the board area. The board received a briefing on the progress of the Penfields Cottage and what they're going to do with that, and it all looks very exciting to have it. You won't be able to enter, but you'll be able to see right inside as to how the whole place was built, and it'll be completely renewed, so people will be able to use it again, see it as they walk past in Ferrymead. And also the Edmonds Band Rotunda, we had a briefing on that. The board also acknowledged the work of the heritage team right across the city and what they've done to enable council's remaining heritage buildings to be saved and reused. I think that we're very excited about the Band Rotunda coming back on board. It won't be coming back as a restaurant, obviously. And also at our public forum, we had a couple of people come in. One resident spoke about local residents wanting to create a community space on Munro Playground Reserve. And Ms. Kath Preston, representing Safer Sumner, spoke to the board regarding Safer Sumner's concerns about the long drawn-out process to get some crime cameras installed in Sumner and the change of rules as surrounding that process of who can fund it and things like that. The board also received a petition at its 1st of July meeting regarding the traffic calming in Wyan Street, and the petition contained 51 signatures. The prayer of the petition said, Wyan Street has developed into a street that serves more than just the residents of Wyan Street and Holbert Street. Cars, buses and trucks use Wyan Street to bypass the busy Linwood Ave Buckley's Road intersection. This has led to an increase of traffic using Wyan Street, and because of the street's straight orientation, many motorists are driving over the speed limit. We, the undersigned, support Wyan Street residents to request the council to install traffic calming devices, prohibit heavy vehicles using Wyan Street, prohibit the right-hand turn from Buckley's Road from Bromley Park, New Brighton direction into Wyan Street, and from this, the board requested staff advice on traffic calming in Wyan Street, as it is a delegation to us now. Strengthening community fund projects. We made our decisions on the 5th of August about applications to our 2019-20 Strengthening Communities Fund. And community board matters of interest. Our board has concerns about the time it's taken to review the council's 1993 road naming policy, to require, because we'd like them to require te reo Māori options when they put up options in front of the board. And the board also wishes to highlight that to the council that the recent requirement from Land Information New Zealand to name lanes and right-of-ways within brownfield subdivisions has led to an increase in road naming requests in these areas being considered by our community board. The board has concerns that council's 1993 road naming policy does not require community consultation, and in some brownfield areas there is considerable community interest in having some input into the process, because there's always, in the brownfields there's always lots of people living around where new roads develop, whereas in greenfields we don't seem to have the problem. So we'd like council to turn its mind to this issue, please. Also, our board has forwarded to Orion requesting that it continue the funding for electric vehicle charges at community facilities. And the issue of mobility parking came up at our board, and we note that at some of our community facilities the mobility parking is all painted in blue, whereas at others it's not painted in blue, and you can see the picture there on the screen with the blue paint, which makes it stand out as to exactly what this park is. So we'd really like to say, could the council be consistent in mobility parking signage? Thank you. Any questions?
Thank you. Are there any questions for Sally? No? Well, I just happen to have prepared a little resolution beforehand, which includes a request that staff report back with a simplified process to enable proper consideration of te reo options for naming of roads, as well as appropriate community engagement. So that they're the two issues that you seem to have raised in your report. So yeah. I hope that would satisfy the concern that you've raised. At least we can get a report back. And the emphasis is on simplified process, because if we have a policy review or a strategy review, then it won't be quick. And this seems to me to be relatively quick. I know that Coastal Burwood did look at a policy themselves some time ago, a long time ago, before they were Coastal Burwood, which just simply provided that they would prioritise the use of Māori names. So that, I mean, it does seem to me that it would be better to have a simplified process so that all community boards can just do that, but also to engage the community in the process.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Dion, you move it. Seconded by Yanni. Is there any discussion? I'll put the motion. All those in favour say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. That's carried. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.